Hi, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clusie. And today we're going to be talking about putting away Vashti and moving on to Esther. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so today we're going to be in Esther chapter 1 and 2, and I'm just going to give you, again, how in prayer, like how I feel like he wants me to dictate it to you guys. Okay, so in the beginning, there is the king, and he's married to Vashti. Vashti is not the person he is supposed to be with because God needs Esther in there. She has a purpose. She's going to save her people, okay? So Vashti's there. She disobeys the king, okay? King kicks her out, says she can't be queen anymore, and then promises that he will never see her again in person, okay? A little bit of time goes by, and then he starts to get a little bit lonely and look at the Vashti in the past and remember her beauty and maybe start to think like, hey, it wasn't that bad. Okay, so the first thing is, if God says get rid of somebody, something, a career, a person, whatever it is, you better just listen, okay? Because it's never as good as you remember it. And what happens is once you put it away and you get rid of it, then you start to get kind of lonely, and then you start to look back. Like, remember the people in Israel when they left Egypt? God set them free, and then they started to remember, like, oh, we had good food there or whatever. They forgot that they were slaves there. Okay, it's the same thing. When God tells you to remove something, he wants you to put it away. Don't think about it. It doesn't exist anymore. He removed it for a reason. There's something else that's coming. There's another career. There's another person. There's more money. There's something that's taking place. And if you are busy reminiscing about the past, you are not going to be able to think and move properly when the new stuff starts taking place, okay? So people notice that the king's starting to remember Vashti. Nobody wants him to be back with Vashti again. So they suggest that, he has basically like a beauty pageant, right? Bring all the different girls, and he's going to get to pick all out of all of the prettiest girls. All the girls are going to be prepared for him and all of this stuff. That's another word. God is actively preparing your blessing, okay? You may not see it because it's not in front of your face yet. You may not know which one is the right one, which career is the right path, which person's the right one, but there's already preparations being made. If God has given you like the promise of marriage, I hope that you understand that you are preparing. One, you should be preparing, but two, the other person, God's putting those people through a boot camp too. They're preparing for you. And so you're both supposed to be doing things in this time period. So the preparation's already taking place. The person's already being prepared for you. The career, God's moving people around and situating things so that when you get your opportunity, you're just going to walk right in. You're going to be placed there. You're going to have the crown placed upon your head, right? Okay. So then after that, Esther, we get to the part where Esther goes through, she gets kind of blessed in the situation. People start to notice that she's different than everyone else. And so she's getting blessed a little bit in the situations, like more beauty prep, more the nicest part of the castle, whatever you want to call it, palace. And she's doing that, right? Then her turn comes up where she gets to go before the king. Okay, and everybody, all the girls got to go before the king. If he liked you again, he'd call you back by name. If he didn't, then you're just put off to the side and, you got to live a cushy life, okay? One girl's going to get chosen to be the next queen and replace Vashti, okay? Right? Prepared, goes before the king. It doesn't take him but one day to say, that's the queen. And he already starts planning that he has a whole holiday planned because he loves Esther so much. Guys, your blessing, once you're prepared and all of the preparations, you've done all of the work, you've built your ark like Noah, like God told you. I always tell you, God's very detailed. You've done everything that he's asked you to do. You're prepared. The other person's prepared. If it's marriage, you've prepared for your career, all the people are cleared out of the workspace. It's not going to take a lot of time. It's going to happen very, very quickly. In fact, to the outside world, everyone's going to be like, whoa, that's where did that come from? You went from here to, and now you're all the way elevated up here. How'd that happen? Well, it happened because they didn't see the preparation process. You've been in that right now. And what's going to end up happening is once the person, especially marriage, once the other person's ready and you're ready, it's going to be an immediate change. It's not going to be, you're going to go from single to engaged. Like it's going to be like almost like an immediate change, but to the outside world, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, no, it's not crazy. It's just because God blessed it. So I want you guys to think about those different things, because that's what's occurring right now. If God told you, get rid of Vashti, get rid of Vashti, whatever that is. I told you, it could be a career, it could be a mindset, it could be a person, it could be whatever it is. Get rid of it, because you have to make room for Esther. Esther's being prepared. She needs to be put in place. Okay? So anyways, like, share, subscribe, comment as always, and I will see you guys next time.